Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news. The NFL rumor mill has been swirling, and the latest bombshell involves none other than the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens potentially teaming up for a blockbuster trade that could shake up the AFC landscape. Now I know what you're thinking. How serious is this, and what does it mean for the Ravens? Well, buckle up, because this could be one of the most significant moves of the season, especially for a team that's been quietly reloading and looking to make a serious Super Bowl push. So here's the scoop. According to some credible insiders like Adam Schefter, the Bears, currently sitting at an impressive 9-3 and considered a strong contender in the NFC, are exploring strategic moves to maximize their cap space and bolster their roster for the playoff run. Chicago is reportedly willing to part ways with one of their key defensive stars, Montez Sweat, a 27-year-old edge rusher who's been a force on the field. The Bears are looking to free up around $22 million in cap space after the trade in 2023, and Sweat is the player they're putting on the market. The idea is to send Sweat to the Ravens in exchange for a second and a third-round pick in the 2026 draft. This kind of move would reflect Chicago's focus on their offensive line, especially prioritizing the signing of a player like Tevin Jenkins or Cody Whitehair, while also setting the stage for a rebuild that's still very much in progress. Now, this move makes a lot of sense for Baltimore. The Ravens are already building a formidable rotation on defense, but adding Sweat could be the final piece to push them over the edge. Sweat is not just a run stopper. He's a versatile beast who has shown he can get after the quarterback with consistency. His 45 career sacks speak volumes about his talent, but what really stands out is his ability to impact games in multiple ways. In 2025, he's registered 25 solo tackles, 11 assists, and 36 combined tackles. His stats include 7 sacks, 33 quarterback hits, 3 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery, all in just 12 games. These numbers aren't just filler. They highlight a player at the peak of his powers, someone who can elevate Baltimore's pass rush significantly. During the recent game against the Lions, Sweat posted a PFF grade of 83. 2, a stat that shows how dominant he can be when healthy. His pressure rate averaging around 1.6 pressures per game despite a shoulder injury in Week 10 demonstrates his relentless motor. In fact, compared to other edge rushers like Van Noy, Sweat exceeds by about 1-2 yards in run defense, making him not just a pass rusher but a complete player who can set the tone against the run and rush the passer. His ability to generate consistent pressure is vital, especially considering the Ravens' defensive scheme, which has already been effective but could be taken to the next level with Sweat's addition. The Bears' strategy appears to be a clear rebuild, focusing on cap flexibility and draft capital to set up for future success. They're freeing up space, around $20 million, by releasing players like Darnell Mooney, signaling a shift towards a more strategic rebuild rather than going all in on this season. Despite their 9-3 record, the Bears seem to be prioritizing long-term planning, especially with their eye on the 2025 draft class and beyond. They've shown interest in acquiring young talent and building through the draft, and trading Sweat could be part of that larger puzzle. For the Ravens, this isn't just about adding a talented player, it's about reshaping their entire defensive front. The team has already recorded 28 sacks this season, even with injuries that have sidelined some key players. Adding Sweat could boost that number significantly, projected to increase by around 28%, taking the total up to nearly 36 sacks. This kind of boost would make Baltimore even more threatening in the pass rush department, especially as they gear up for the playoff push. The team's run defense has also improved, going from 135 yards allowed per game down to around 112, a plus 12% improvement, and adding Sweat could further tighten that up. Pressure rates and turnovers are also expected to see a bump. The Ravens are projected to increase their forced fumbles from 12 to 18 and generate more pressure on opposing quarterbacks, especially in critical moments. Their defensive coordinator, Mike Macdonald, has been a master at scheming, And with Sweat in the rotation, the front seven could be a nightmare for any offensive line. Think about the possibilities. Odafe, and Sweat working together to pressure the quarterback, forcing fumbles, and creating turnovers that could shift the momentum in any game. And let's not forget the playoff implications. The Ravens are currently sitting at plus 2,000 odds for winning Super Bowl LXI. But with Sweat in purple, those odds could improve significantly, possibly down to plus 1,400 or even better. The AFC North has been fiercely competitive, with the Steelers, Browns, and Bengals all vying for playoff spots, but Baltimore's defense could be the X factor that separates them from the pack. Sweat's ability to perform in big moments, like the upcoming matchups against divisional rivals, could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. Looking ahead, the Ravens' schedule is packed with opportunities to showcase their enhanced defense. They've got some crucial divisional games coming up, and Sweat's presence would be a major strategic advantage. His experience and versatility mirror that of players like Elvis Dumervil from the 2010s, and he's exactly the kind of player Baltimore needs to start building a new dynasty. The fans have been craving a dominant front, and Sweat could be the piece that helps them finally get over the hump. Now, I know some fans might be wondering, what about the team's cap situation and future draft picks? Well, the Ravens have been smart with their cap management, and moving for Sweat would be a calculated risk. With the team's current roster, they're in a position to make this move without sacrificing too much long-term flexibility. The draft picks acquired could be used to bolster the secondary or add depth to the offensive line, ensuring the team remains balanced and ready for the postseason. Of course, the NFL trade deadline and the months leading up to it are always full of surprises. But if this deal goes through, it could be the spark that ignites Baltimore's Super Bowl ambitions. The defense gets a fresh boost, the division gets a little more chaotic, and Ravens fans get to dream even bigger. The potential of Sweat lining up alongside and the rest of the front seven is enough to make anyone excited. It's a move that says, we're serious, and it's exactly what the Ravens need to stay ahead of the AFC pack. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So Ravens fans, what do you think? Are we about to see one of the biggest moves of the season? Will Sweat be the difference maker that pushes Baltimore all the way to Super Bowl glory? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinions in the comments below. Your input means everything to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned, keep the passion alive, and let's keep supporting our Baltimore Ravens through thick and thin. This season is shaping up to be something special, and with a little help from some strategic moves like this, the sky's the limit. Let's go Ravens.